Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Francesca. I'm glad you're here. So today we're going to practice a little yoga, doing a little morning yoga flow. So please grab your props, a little block, strap, whatever you need for your practice. We're going to energize the body. We're going to calm and center the mind today. So when you're ready, let's get going. So we're going to start today in a comfortable seated position. Cross your shin bones right at the middle. Bring the ankles underneath your knees. Flex your feet towards your knees. Then place your hands onto your thighs. Pull the belly in. Pull the front ribs in towards the spine. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Slightly squeeze the shoulder blades together. Tuck the chin towards the chest so you feel that nice lengthening sensation throughout the entire spine. Feel how your sit bones are rooting down towards the earth. Feel yourself start to ground down. Shift your focus to your breath. Take slow inhales in through the nose and slow exhales out through the nose. With each inhale, you feel your body growing a little longer, your spine's elongating. With each and every exhale, you feel your shoulders dropping away from the ears. You're rooting down. You're finding center. Take a couple more breaths in and out through the nose. Focus on nothing else other than your breath. Slow, steady inhale in and out through your nose. And gently blink your eyes open. Keep your focus inward. Interlock the hands. Press your palms inside out and press your palms forward. Pull the shoulders back into its socket. And then gently start to raise the arms up. But as you raise the arms up, pull the front ribs back in. And then pull the belly button in towards the spine. Release the shoulders back into its socket. Reach all the way up towards the ceiling. Feel how your outer armpit is stretching, reaching all the way to the sky. And then release. Change the interlock. Place the opposite index finger on top. Do the same thing. Palms inside out. Pull those shoulders back. Keep your belly nice and strong. Keep the front ribs back into the center line. And whenever you feel like it's too much, just pause there. Use your breath to keep opening up the body, slow and gentle. And then release. Now place your right palm onto your left ear. Release the left shoulder away from your left ear. And then slowly and gently start to pull the head towards the right side. With a nice stretch all the way through the left side of your neck, all the way to your shoulder. Breathe more length into that area. Good. And then come back to center. Do the same thing towards the other side. Grabbing onto your right ear. Release the right shoulder away from the ear. And then pulling the left ear towards the left shoulder. Take a deep inhale. Stay here for your exhale. See if you can soften the right shoulder away from the ear a little bit more. Good job. And come back to center. Interlock the hands. Place the fingers behind your head. Keeping the spine long, feeling both sit bones rooting down to the mat. Tuck the chin towards the chest and lengthen to the back of the neck. That feels so good. Good. Come on back up with the next inhale. Place the fingertips behind you. Lift up your chest and lift up your gaze towards the ceiling, towards the sky, open through the chest. Let your head to drop back, opening through your throat chakra. And come on back to center. Good job. Place the right fingertips down to the mat. Lift the left arm to the ceiling. Pull the belly in. Now find length through the spine first. Reach as high as you can. Then start to reach your left fingertips all the way to the right side. Feel how your left sit bone wants to lift away from the mat. Keep rooting down through the left sit bone. You can stay right here if that's enough. You can start to walk the right fingertips away from your body. Eventually, you can even drop down to your right forearm. But if it's too much, think about saving the body, focusing on the breath. Be gentle with yourself. And come back to center. Do the same thing on the other side. Left fingertips down. Reach first all the way to the ceiling. Keep the engagement in your core. And with the next exhale, reach, lengthen all the way to the other side. Again, anything what feels comfortable in your body. You can come that all the way to the forearms, but still checking with the right sit bone. It wants to lift away from the mat. Press it back down. Good. And come on back to center. Good job. Place your hands down onto the mat. You're going to find tabletop position, bringing the knees underneath the hips. Spread the fingers away from each other. Check on your middle finger. Make sure that middle finger is pointing forward. And instead of like just dropping down and letting all that weight coming into your joints, push the earth away. Feel all 10 knuckles pressing down to the mat. Slightly round through the upper spine. Pull the belly in and lengthen through the back of the neck. Good. Tabletop. You're going to go through a couple cats and cows just to warm up the spine. Nice and gentle. Maybe stay there for a couple extra breaths. And then round it out for your cat pose, tucking the chin towards the chest. Repeat it one more time with the breath. Deep inhale. And the deep exhale. Come on back to center. Keep your core engaged. Press down through both palms and then slowly start to reach the right leg back behind you. And start to point, flex the toes, circle out the ankles one way, circle that out the other way. Getting all those cracks and pops out from your joints. Maybe bend the knee, do a couple circles with the knees. Getting the juice coming to that hip flexor, hip joint feels so good. Maybe reverse the circle. And when you're ready, just reach the right leg back behind you. Point the toe. Feel how energized your right leg is. Shine the right hip down. Make your right leg as straight as you can. Then shift the body weight over to the right palm. And then see if you can lift up the left arm up and away from the mat. If that's too much, just keep the left palm down. If it's okay with you, lift the left arm. Turn the thumb towards the ceiling. Bicep to the ear. Pull the inner shoulder away from the ear. Gaze down, lengthen through the back of the neck. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale slowly, see if you can bring the elbow and knee to touch underneath your body. Like you're doing a cat pose, round through the upper spine. Push down to the left shin bone. Push the right palm down to the mat. Inhale, come on back to center. And on exhale, release it down. Hands and knees down onto the mat. Check with your belly, check with your breath. And then slowly reach the left leg back behind you. Point, flex the toes, circle out the ankle a couple times. Then if you did that on the other side, start to circle out through the knee, bending the knee, getting that fluid into that hip joint. Maybe reverse the flow, backwards and forward. Then reach the left toes back behind you. Root down through the palms. Feel all those 10 knuckles rooting down to the mat. Lift up from the shoulders. And then slowly start to reach the right arm forward if you did that on the other side. Watch those front ribs. They want to fall down towards the mat. So keep the engagement in the entire core. Keep the engagement around the spine. Pull the belly in. Gaze down, lengthen through the neck. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, slowly bring the elbow and knee to touch underneath your body. Again, think about that cat pose. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Utilize the core muscles. Pull everything in together. Push the earth away. Inhale. Come on back to extension. Pause there for a second. And as you exhale, release the hands. Release the knees down to the mat. Slightly walk your hands a couple inches more forward. Spreading through the fingers, through the palms. Tuck the toes under. Lift your hips high. Finding your downward facing dog. Start to visualize your spine. Pull the belly again in towards the spine so that gentle engagement is there for the whole entire time. Keep the breath nice and fluid. Deep inhales through the nose. Exhales out through the nose. Slightly bend your knees. Lift the tailbone higher. Push the earth away and rotate the tricep muscles down towards the mat. Create more space in between the inner shoulders and the ears. Lengthen through the back of the neck and gaze back in between your feet. And gently, one handprint at a time, start to walk towards the back of the mat. Walk your hands towards your feet. Grab onto opposite elbows and find a little ragdoll pose here. So soften through the backs of the knees. Allow the whole body weight to come more forward into the toe mounts. And just allow the spine to slowly open up, to relax here. Tucking the chin slightly towards the chest. Again, thinking about that cervical spine, the back of the neck. It's part of the spine. Stay here. Just bring the hands behind your back. Interlock the hands. Press the palms together. Rest your thumbs onto your lower back. Then start to pull the shoulder blades and the elbows closer together. Pull them as close as you can. Then keep them engaged. Keep them squeezing together. Start to lift the fist up towards the ceiling. Lengthen through the back of the neck. And see if you can go a little bit deeper down into this pose. Good. Then release the hands down to the mat. I'm going to twist a little bit. Bend your left knee. Bring your left fingertips down. You can use a block here underneath the left palm if you need it. And reach the right arm to the sky. So instead of focusing on the twist, focus first onto the length of the spine. Reach the crown of that forward. Lengthen through the spine. And if you find a little more space, then twist with the next exhalation. Release the hands down to the mat and then twist to the other direction. Lift the left arm to the sky. Pull the belly in length and reach the crown of the head forward. Lift the left fingertips to the sky. With the next exhale, see if you can twist just a little bit deeper. Then bring the hands back to the earth. Start to walk back into your downward facing dog. Hips come high to the sky. In the next inhale, hinge forward into high plank position. Top of a push-up. Spreading the fingers, lifting up from the joints, wrist, elbow, shoulders. Slightly round through the upper spine. Pull the belly in. But in the same time, can you reach your sternum, the middle part of the chest forward, and reach your heels forward behind you? Lifting the kneecaps and the thigh bones away from the mat. Hold it here. Or maybe lift up the right foot 2 inches away from the mat and balance. Without shifting the body weight to the right or left palm, keeping the body weight equal. You can also go more forward, bending the right leg and bringing the right knee to the right tricep. Engaging the core. And I know it's not easy, but try to focus onto your breath. Steady inhales and exhales, in and out through the nose. Then stretch the right leg back behind you into your high plank pose. Stretch back, downward facing dog. So remember, you always have options. You don't have to do whatever does not feel good in your body. So if holding a high plank, it's plenty for you for today, then listen to that. Just hold high plank. If you're ready, inhale, come forward, back into the high plank pose. Keep the gaze, the focus, your drishti right at one spot. Holding here, maybe lifting the left leg. Holding here, if that's fine and enough. Or pulling the left knee all the way to the left tricep. Engaging the core muscle. Really feeling those obliques are turning on. You're lifting everything away from the mat. Then stretch back. Release the left foot down. Come back downward facing dog. 3 breaths in your downward facing dog. Slow it down. And maybe see throughout these breaths, you can slowly start to straighten the legs, but always check on your spine. Make sure that your spine stays nice and straight. Good. The next inhale, gaze forward and start to walk your feet all the way behind your wrist. Keep your feet for a little bit wider today, like hip distance apart. And then with the next inhale, slide your palms onto the shin bones. Reach the crown of the head forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and turn on your core muscles. So if I push my body weight back, I don't feel the stretch in my spine so much. So I want to push my body weight more forward into the toe mounts, gently just touching the shins, more like pushing the shins into the palms as you reach the crown of the head forward. Tabletop, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, bring the hands down towards the mat and let the crown of the head to come down to the earth. Good. With the next inhale, reach the arms all the way to the sky, to the ceiling. Bring the palms to touch, gaze up, and bring your hands back to your heart center. Pause there for a moment. Feel the breath in and out through the nose. Steady the mind. Blink your eyes open. Inhale, reach the arms to the ceiling, lift it up. Now stay here. Grab onto your left wrist. Pull the belly in and then reach the arms all the way to the ceiling and then slowly start to go lean over to the right side, feeling a nice left side body stretch. Anchoring down through the heels, stacking the shoulders on top of each other, pull the belly in, tug the tailbone under the pull a little bit more, and then come on back to center with the next inhale. Then grab onto your right wrist, inhale, lift up, and as you exhale, slowly start to turn all the way to the left side. See if you can release the shoulders away from the ears, keep the chin away from the chest, soften the muscles around the face. Good, and then come on back to center. Place your hands onto your lower back. Turn the palms, the fingers down towards the earth. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Pull the belly and tug the tailbone under. And then start to just push the hips forward first. As you push the hips forward, your chest automatically is going to start to open up towards the ceiling. So see if you can continue this gentle movement, pushing the hips forward, squeezing the shoulder blades, keeping the lift through the heart. And then come on back up. Hands through your heart center. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift, spine reaching forward. Spine is long, crown of the head reaching forward. Exhale, plant your palms, step back into a high plank pose. Release the knees down and come on down all the way into Bhujangasana on your belly. We're going to get ready for Cobra Pose Bhujangasana. Press into the tops of your feet, lift up the kneecaps and spin your inner thighs towards the ceiling. Feel the energy in your legs. Now squeeze the shoulder blades together, lengthen through the back of the neck. And with the next inhale, slowly start to lift the chest away from the mat. So there's little to no weight onto your fingers, onto your palms. You're lifting everything up from your back, squeezing the shoulder blades, opening through the front part of the body as well. Exhale, come on back down. Place the forehead down, interlock the hands behind your back. Press the palms together, squeeze those shoulder blades, press into the tops of your feet. Exhale, inhale, lift up the chest. Squeezing the palms together, squeezing the shoulder blades together, pressing into the tops of your feet. And then maybe keeping the energy in the leg, keeping the leg straight, you can start to lift up the legs. This is just a maybe. If it feels good in your lower back, if it feels better to keep the feet down, listen to your body. And then slowly come on back down. Now place your hands next to your floating ribs. So your wrist your wrist and your elbow is in one line. Squeeze the shoulder blades together again. Keep the front part of the body nicely open. And then slowly see if you can press yourself up into a half upward facing dog. If that's enough, stay right here. If you want to go a little bit more, you can start to straighten the arms and maybe even lifting the knees and the thighs away from the mat. And then downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Coming back to that steady breath in and out through the nose. Gaze forward, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. You can keep your feet hip distance apart or you can close your feet, big toes to touch. Heels to touch. Inhale, the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands back to your heart center. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. Inhale, Ardha, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, high plank pose. You can lower the knees down or keeping the knees away from the mat as you lower down into your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Stay steady. Focus on the breath. Keep your mind right in this moment. Feel how your body is slowly opening up, creating that connection in between your mind and your body. Next, inhale, gaze forward, step or maybe hop to the top of the mat, little hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in deep. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, rise up, lift up. Exhale, hands back to your heart center, Samastiti. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, come down. Inhale, Ardha, half lift. Exhale, step. High plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga, your variation. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming back to that nice, slow, steady breath. Now walk your hands just a little bit closer to your feet. So you have a shorter downward facing dog. You can keep your knees bent if that helps, if you feel tightness in your hamstring. And then reach your right fingers, the right palm, towards the outside of the left leg. You may just land somewhere up closer to the knee. You may be able to grab all the way to the outside of the left ankle. See if you can keep the left arm straight. And slowly pull your upper body closer to the lower body. Maybe even twist slightly and gaze underneath the left armpit. These are all just options. And come on back to center. Right palm comes down. Do the same thing on the other side. Grab it onto the outside of the right leg. Push the earth away with the right palm. Lift up from the shoulder. Rotate still the right tricep down to the mat. And then maybe pull yourself closer and maybe even find a little twist here. Good. Come on back to center. Gaze forward. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, come on into this chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift up the arms. Shift the body weight back to your heels. And maybe even peek down to see if you can see your toes hanging over the knee line. Then pull the belly in, pull the ribs towards each other and reach the arms to the ceiling. Slightly turn the pinky fingers towards each other. And then drop the thighs deeper. Can you still find your breath? In and out through the nose. Slow, steady breath. Stay nice and deep in your chair pose. Just fly your arms back behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep the back of the neck long. Maybe interlock the hands behind your back. Deep inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Keep the bind if you can. Let the crown of the head to fall down, opening through the front part of the body, through the chest. And release the hands down to the mat. Plant your hands and step back into a down dog or add a vinyasa if you like. Now bring your feet a little closer together. Lift your right leg up just halfway. So if you gaze back, your right toes should point straight down to the mat. Your hips are squared, leveled. You're pressing the earth away with both palms equally, opening up through the palms, pressing down those knuckles firmly to the mat. Good. And as you exhale, pull the knee to your nose, shifting forward into that high plank pose. And then see if you can lift the right knee a little bit higher, almost all the way up to the chest. Maybe even bring the forehead and knee to touch. Good. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. And as you exhale, step it all the way through into a low lunge. Bring your right foot in between the hands. And then turn the back foot, the left foot, into a 45-degree angle. Feel how you're rooting down through the outer arch of the back foot, and then make your back leg as strong as you can. Lift the left kneecap away from the mat. Pull the right thigh back into its socket. Now engage your core, and with the next inhale, lift up into your warrior one. For a couple breaths, just place your hands onto your hips, and then start to guide your left hip slightly more forward and pull the right hip slightly back. So you're squaring the hips and shoulders forward. In the same time, feel the energy in that back outer arch as you're lifting the left inner knee away from the mat. Now finding all that in your lower body, pull the belly in, ribs towards each other, then add the arm, reach the arms to the ceiling. Take a deep inhale. See if you can melt your hips a little bit deeper down towards the mat. With soft, steady breath in and out through the nose. Then start to bring the hands by your side and guide your chest all the way forward. Watch your outer hip. It wants to swing out to the side, so pull it back to the center. Reach your fingers behind you like you're trying to reach your back heel with your fingers. Lengthen through the spine. Core is strong. Inhale, come on back up. This time, bring the hands behind your lower back. Interlock the hands. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Lift up through the chest. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, slowly start to lean forward, hinge forward. Again, watch that back heel. Make sure that it's rooting down to the mat. Pull the right hip in. And then maybe you can go even deeper. Slightly rotate the right shoulder out to the side so you can hook the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. And come down into this humble warrior variation. Again, don't go too deep. Just feel your body, whatever you're ready today, right now. Every day is different. Every day we're doing a different yoga practice. You're listening to your body. Inhale, come on back up. Reach the arms to the ceiling, lift it all the way up. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back into a down dog or go through a vinyasa if you like to do that. Now bring your feet slightly closer together. And then start to lift the left leg up and away from the mat. Again, check onto those toes. Make sure the left toes are pointing down to the mat. Your spine is still long, straight. And then as you exhale, bring the knee to your nose, round through the upper spine. Lift the left shin a little higher. Maybe tuck the chin towards the chest. Keep reaching forward. Maybe your shoulder comes a little bit over the wrist line. Inhale your left leg back high. And as you exhale, step it all the way through to low lunge. Good. Now turn your right foot into a 45-degree angle. Set up your hips, so pull the left thigh bone back into the center line. Lift up the right kneecap. Make that right knee as strong, as straight as you can. And then slowly keeping the legs this strong, rise up into your warrior one. Drop the hips a little bit deeper, pull the belly in. Sink down just a little bit deeper into your pose. Good, feel that back arch, the back heel. Take a deep inhale. Now bring your hands, the arms by your side. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And then start to lean forward with the chest. Again, watch that outer left hip this time. It wants to swing out to the side. Pull it back to the center line. Root down through the back heel and reach the fingers all the way back behind you. Take a deep, slow inhale. Stay here still. See if you can go just a little bit deeper, keeping the spine long. Inhale, come on back to center. Lift up the arms. Interlock the hands. Try to place the opposite index finger on top. That could be the awkward one, but you never do. Inhale, lift up the chest. And exhale, slowly start to go forward again. Reach forward the chest, pull the hips back, and then maybe slowly rotate the upper body so you can hook the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Let the crown of the head go down towards the earth. Lifting the fist towards the ceiling. Opening up. Slowly come on back up. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back, go through your vinyasa, or simply stretch back into your downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Now with the next inhale, lift up the right leg, and this time point the toe and lift it a little bit higher, slightly open through the hip. Get into your hamstring, feel a little nice stretch there. And as you exhale, see if you can bring the right knee underneath your body forward to the left elbow, left tricep. Good. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through to a low lunge. Good. Now slowly turn the back heel down to the mat like you're going back into your warrior one. Inhale, rise up into your warrior one. But just for a breath this time, we're going to open to the side for warrior two. So point the right knee forward. The direction of the right knee is that second toenail onto your right foot, and lift up the arms. Pull the ribs back into the center line, tug the tailbone under, and allow your right thigh bone to come a little bit deeper. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Stay here. Then slowly find a reverse warrior, resting the left fingertips down in the back of the left leg, reaching the right arm all the way to the ceiling. You can even find a half bind here, reaching with the left fingertips behind your back. Finding your hip crease, maybe inner thigh. Good. Come on back to center, warrior two. Then windmill the hands down to the mat. Go through your vinyasa or stretch back, downward facing dog. Good. Then lift the left leg up, point the toe and reach it nice and high this time. Opening through the hamstring. And as you exhale, bring the left knee to the right tricep. Good. Push the earth away. Hold it here. Don't hold your breath. Inhale your left leg back to the ceiling. And as you exhale, step it all the way through to low lunge. Set up your back foot for that warrior one. Inhale just for a breath. Rise up into your warrior one. And then open to the side. Warrior two. Pointing the left knee towards the second toenail. Tuck the tailbone under. Pull the belly in. Squeeze the tricep and the bicep muscle and gaze over the left fingertips. Soften the shoulders. Soften the muscles around the face. Sit down deep. Then reverse your warrior. Reach the left arm towards the back of the room. Either rest your right fingertips gently down onto the right leg, or maybe find that half bind. Back into your warrior two. Just for a breath. Nice job. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat. Go through your vinyasa. Again, skip it if you like. Stretch back, downward facing dog. Great job. Coming back to that steady breath in and out through the nose. Now lift the right leg up again. And this time you're going to bend the right leg and let the right foot fall out towards the left side of the room. So you can draw a couple circles here, again getting into that hip joint. Then straighten the right leg back to the ceiling. Then step the right leg all the way forward into a low lunge. Set up for your warrior one. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. And open to the side, warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Check onto the heel to heel alignment with your feet. Make sure that the right foot is pointing all the way forward. Your back toes are slightly turned in. Then pull the belly in. With the right finger, start to reach forward, all the way forward as long as you can go, keeping the left and right side body nicely strong and nicely long. Release the right fingertips down to the right shin bone, thigh. Maybe you grab a block here, or maybe your right finger can go down all the way to the mat. Lift the left arm to the sky. Pull the right thigh bone back into its socket. Keep the engagement in the back leg. Gaze up. Now find a half bind here as you reach the left arm back behind your back and maybe rotate your chest a little bit higher up towards the ceiling. Turn. Inhale the left arm up and slowly come on back all the way to center. Turn your right toes in. Make your feet parallel. Good. Then inhale, lift up the arms. And as you exhale, come on down into a nice forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Let the crown of the head fall down towards the earth. Soften all the muscles around the face. Maybe bend your right knee slightly and then your left knee slightly. And then straighten the legs as much as you can. Let the crown of the head go down towards the earth. If you like to pop into your handstand. It's a great moment to do it, or you can just simply hold this nice yummy stretch here. Good. Then inhale, come into a halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold even deeper. This time, bring your hands onto your hips, and then bring your hands onto your lower back. Squeeze the shoulder blades, just the way we did at the beginning of class. Squeeze the elbows closer together, and then see if you can lift up the fists, keeping that engagement in between the shoulder blades, letting the crown of the head come down a little bit deeper. Good. Release, hands onto your outer hips. Strong core, rise back up all the way to stand. Good, bring the arms out to the side. Then we're going to switch to the other side. Left foot goes out. Back foot turns in. Pull the belly in. Lift up from the waistline. Gazing over the left fingertips, slowly come on down. Left arm down. Right arm to the ceiling. Check with your breath. Steady breath in and out through the nose. Long spine. Strong core. And maybe find a half bind here, reaching the right arm back behind your back. See if you can open your chest a little bit more. Release. Right arm to the sky. Good. Rise back up all the way to center. Come back here. One more little forward fold. Release the hands down to the mat. This time you're going to twist. Left arm comes down to the mat. Inhale your right arm to the ceiling. Bend your right elbow. Reach back behind your back. Inhale your right arm back up. Bring the arms out in a T. Hold it from your strong core. Then release the right arm down and lift the left arm to the sky. Bend your left elbow. Reach back behind your back. Release. Come on back. Both arm comes out to the side. Slowly rise back up. Turn towards the front of the room. Hands come down to the mat. Step back into a downward facing dog. Then lift the left leg. Listen up. The left leg up towards the ceiling. Bend your knee. Let the left heel fall down towards the earth on the right side. Maybe draw those circles here. Good. Extend the left leg up. And then bring the left knee all the way to the right tricep. Hold it there. Good. Stretch it back. Come back into your downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Gaze forward. Step or hop all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees. Inhale, reach the arms back to the ceiling. Come into that chair pose once again. Now bring the hands to your heart center. Shift the body weight back into your heels. Make your toes nice and light. Press the palms together. Reach forward. Lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, turn and twist. Hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Pressing the palms together. Pressing the knuckles together. Lengthen through the spine and using the breath to twist and turn. Inhale, come on back to center. Lift the arms up. Bring your hands to your heart center, lean forward, and twist and turn to the other side. Pressing the palms together, dropping the hips down, feeling the body weight into your heels. Steady your breath. Then come back to center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha, halfway lift. Exhale, step back. Downward facing dog. And come on forward. And come on down onto your knees. Great job. Sit down onto your mat. And then stretch the legs in front of you. Keep the right leg out. Bend your left knee. And then bring the sole of the left foot into the right inner thigh. Inhale the arms up to the ceiling. Keep the engagement in your core as you turn over to your right. And then reach for your toes. Reach for your right shin. Whatever is available. Start to let the forehead go down towards the earth, towards the mat. And just rest. Feel how you're releasing the left knee down towards the mat. You're letting go of the tension in your left inner thigh, inner growing. And then softening the back of the right knee down towards the mat as you're lengthening through your hamstring. Deep inhale, lengthen through the spine a little bit more. Exhale, fold in even deeper. Good job. Inhale, come on back up. I'm going to switch the legs. Left leg goes out to the side. Sole of the right foot comes into the left inner thigh. Inhale, lift up the arm. Keep the core engaged. Turn over to the left side. Then fold your body over your left leg. And then be gentle. Just notice the difference. Maybe the left side is a little more open or a little bit more tight than the other side. And that is absolutely normal. So just breathe length into the spine. Soften with every exhale. Soften the back of the knee down to the mat. Soften the right knee away from the body. Jaw is soft. Breath is fluid. Then inhale, come on back up. Bring the soles of the feet together. Now you can slide the heels closer to the sit bones, or you can slide the heels away from your sit bones, whichever is more comfortable for you. Inhale, lift up the arm, lift up the chest. Keep the spine long, let the knees to fall out to the side, and then slowly with the flat spine start to go forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades, release the shoulders away from the ears. Soften whatever you can. Maybe even use those elbows to gently push the knees away from the body. One more deep inhale, core is on. Exhale, slowly start to go down. Release the forehead down towards the toes. Just relax. Take this moment to come back to that breath. Inhale, come on back up. Stretch both legs in front of you. Coming in Dandasana. Grab the flash from underneath you. Really feel how your sits bones rooting down to the mat. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, squeezing the shoulder blades. Your tummy is nice and strong here. With the next inhale, lift up the arms. Now, if you feel like you're leaning back or rounding through the spine, maybe bend your knees slightly so you can shift your body a bit more into the front part of the sit bones. Good. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, fold forward, Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Grab again whatever is available. It's not about grabbing the toes or any other parts of your body. Just whatever feels good in your body right now. Just breathing in and out through the nose, softening the muscles, allowing that hamstring muscle to open up, but without forcing, just gently allowing. Inhale, come on back up. You're going to find a little twist. So keep the left leg straight. Pull the right knee into your chest. So you're bringing the right heel as close as possible to your right sit bone. Sit up nice and straight. So you can keep the right knee right just like that, or you can even cross the right foot to the outside of the left leg, whatever feels better. And then from here, you can keep that left leg straight, or bending the bottom leg, the left leg, come on into this full on. Bring the left heel close to your right sit bone. Lift up your chest. Now inhale the arms up. And as you exhale, turn and twist. Bring the right fingertips behind your body. Lift up through the chest. And maybe start to hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. If hooking is too much, just simply hugging the right knee into your chest, finding length through the spine, and keep twisting in your body. Feeling the right and left sit bone rooting down. Feeling the spine elongating. You twist. Good. Come on back to center. We're going to change the legs. So first you stretch the legs all the way forward. Now this time you're going to keep the right leg straight. You're going to pull the left knee close to your chest. Bring the left heel close to that sit bone. So you can even place a little bit of a weight into the left heel if you're really leaning forward with that. Keep the spine long, and any variation what you did on the other side, maybe crossing the left ankle, maybe even bending the right knee. And come on into the full pose. Lift up through the chest. And add the arms, reaching the arms to the ceiling. Bring the left fingertips behind your back. So this left arm is here to give me support, to lift my chest up. So I'm not rounding, I'm not letting everything go on my spine. Keep that nice engagement. And then either hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, or again, just gently hugging in towards the chest. Take a deep inhale, lengthen through the spine. And then gently twist and turn. One more full round. Deep inhale through the spine. And exhale, twist and turn. Good. Come on back to center. I'm going to come down all the way to the mat. Hug the knees onto your chest. Lay down onto your mat. Tuck the chin towards the chest again. Feel that cervical spine, the back of the neck be nice and long. Good. Then bring your heels right over the knee joints. You have the choice to grab behind the knees and gently just pull the knees into those armpits. Or if you want to go a little bit further, you can reach from the inside of the knees and then grab onto the outer arches of your feet. Flexing your feet, pulling the knees towards the shoulder sockets, towards the armpits. And then constantly checking with your lower back. Are you lifting your lower back away from the mat, or are you able to send it back down towards the earth? Keep that tucking sensation in your chin, back of the neck nice and long. Just stay here for a couple breaths. You can stay still. You can add a little motion to your happy baby. You can grab onto your big toes. You can stretch one leg out to the side. Stretch out the other leg. Maybe both legs out to the side. You make the decision, whatever feels good right now in your body. And pull the knees back onto your chest when you're ready. Adding a final twist, reaching the left leg forward, pulling the right knee into the right shoulder socket. Now tuck the chin towards the chest so much that you're almost like gazing down at your left toes. But you can also close your eyes and visualize everything from the inside. Deep, steady, slow inhale, flexing the left foot, pushing the back of the left knee down to the mat. And as you exhale, turn and twist. Bring your right knee all the way to the left side. Goal post your right arm, turn the right palm to the ceiling. Lengthen through the spine, inhale, and turn your whole entire upper body, rinsing out the toxins from the body, from the inside. Checking back with that steady breath. And come back to center. Hug the knees onto your chest just to neutralize your spine for a breath. And switch it to the other side. Right leg goes long. Push the back of the right knee down to the mat. Pull the left knee into that shoulder socket. Maybe gently gaze down at your right big toe. Or closing the eyes. And just do that with the eyes of the mind. And then gently start to twist and turn. Bringing the left knee out to the right side. Goal post the left arm. Turn the left palm to the ceiling. Take a deep inhale. Feel the length through the spine. And then a slow, steady exhale. And just allow your body to melt, to twist. Letting the gravitation to take care of all the work here. And come back to center. Pull the knees onto your chest. Giving yourself a final little squeeze, little hug. Give yourself a little love, self-love right here. Massage at your lower back, your kidneys. And slowly lay down onto your mat, finding your final Shavasana. Turn the palms to the ceiling. Bring the shoulder blades slightly closer together. Feel how your middle knuckle is gently touching the earth. Good. Let your toes to fall out to the side. Soften the muscles in your feet and your toes. Relax your shins, your knee joints. Feel how your thighs are getting heavier and heavier. Your hips are soft, belly soft. Relax your lungs, your chest, the skin around your chest. Relax your arm bones, your fingers, your palms. Soften all the muscles around the face, around your jaw, around the eyelids, around the temples. Relax your forehead. And soften the crown of the head. Just focus on your breath. Slow, steady inhale in through the nose. Slow, steady exhale through the nose. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Fill up your body all the way. Hold it at the very top. Sip a little more in. And this time open your mouth and just sigh it out. Let it all go. Gently turn the head from one side to the other. Massage at the back of the head. Good. Maybe move around your fingers, your toes, your wrists, your ankles. Like you're just waking up for the first time today. Inhale the arms all the way to the ceiling. Get a beautiful stretch throughout the entire body. Reach the fingers and the toes away from each other. And pull the knees onto your chest. Roll over to your right side. Slowly, no rush. And press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Sit back into the same position as we started our class. Comfortable seat, Sukhasana. Bring your hands to your heart center. Maybe keep your hands onto your knees if that's more comfortable for you. Tucking the chin towards the chest, lengthening through the spine. Take another deep inhale. And gently let it out, exhale. Namaste. Thank you so much, beautiful yogis, for practicing me today. Hope you feel the same way I do right now after a beautiful yoga flow in the morning and a little meditation. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Now you're going to like the video. Please feel free to leave any comments you like so I can keep growing this channel the way you like to do that. All right. Keep practicing. See you very soon. Have a great day.